Hi, my name is John Laney, and I've been teaching emotional and relationship intelligence courses for the last 10 years. I've worked with thousands of people, and this is a short video to actually give you some emotional and relationship intelligence that you can put to use perhaps today in getting your ex back. You know, if you've lost your mate, if you have broken up, I know it can be a painful time. You know, we can do some kind of silly things, like we can blame ourselves and we can come across as desperate and needy. We can obsess on our mates, and sometimes we even attack and blame our exes, somehow thinking that that might help get them back. So if you've been doing any of those things, hopefully you can stop, but the reason that you're doing them is because you care so much. And that's, that's a good thing. There's a silver lining to breakups that I've found with so many people. You can begin to, you look at your relationship, what did you do wrong, what could you do better, how could it be different? And so people can tend to learn a lot from a breakup, and hopefully you find yourself right now maybe reflecting on things and learning some things and maybe resolving to do some things differently. But now let's look at some actual emotional and relationship intelligence that you can put to use in getting your ex back. Now, there are three reasons, main categories of why relationships break up. You wronged your mate, you cheated on them, you were too controlling, whatever. They wronged you, so they cheated on you, or they didn't get a job and didn't contribute to the household income, so you kicked them out, whatever. And you think, well, if only it wasn't for what they did wrong, you'd like to have them back. And then the third reason for breakups generally is what I call relationship drift. And relationship drift is, they're just not that into you anymore. You were both, you drifted apart some and they bailed on the relationship. So for each of those three categories, there are different strategies that you can use to get your ex back. But one thing I'd like to point out is that all of the strategies have in common that really they take about 10 minutes. The 10-minute conversation can powerfully start the process to get your ex back. So let's look at one of the common issues in breakups, which is, you wronged your mate. And you've apologized, but they're not taking you back. So why is it that you can apologize sincerely from your heart till you're blue in the face and it doesn't work? Your ex doesn't take you back. So let's look at that. And even if you didn't wrong your mate, even if it's one of the other categories that caused your breakup, listening to this should help you to understand some of the emotional and relationship intelligence that will be part of your own process of getting back with your ex. So, you wronged your mate, you apologize, it didn't work. Well, why don't apologies work? And it's because there's a couple of things that need to happen first in order for your apology to be accepted, and no one ever talks about this. You don't learn it in school, you don't learn it in church, and if you can, listen here, I think it will make instant sense to you. So there are two things that need to happen before your apology can be accepted. The first thing is you need to own up to what you did. You need to fess up. You need to just say straight out, hey, I cheated on you. I wronged you. All right? Something as simple as that. Let your ex know that you understand that what you did was wrong and that it hurt them. They need to know that. So instead of defending, attacking, explaining, Don't say, "It didn't mean anything. It's you I really love." Put yourself in your ex's shoes. To them, it meant a ton. It broke their heart. So to hear you say, "It didn't mean anything," they're like, they don't get it. He doesn't get it. So the first step is to own up and fess up straight out to what you did without attacking or defending. The second step before your apology can be accepted is to deal with a major emotional issue that you've got to confront in getting your ex back. And that is that your ex's heart is now filled with feelings of broken trust and betrayal. They're hurt, they're sad, they're angry. That's what their heart is filled with. So before they make room in their heart for love and intimacy and wanting you back, you've got to deal with the negative feelings that they have about you and what you did. And there are some things you can do to really speed that process along and help them to release their negative feelings. And what you can do is let them vent. Let them get those negative feelings off their chest. By doing that, by letting them vent all over you, then they start to release those feelings and their heart starts to settle and they start to have room for love and intimacy. Now, how you let them vent is, there's different strategies, but basically you say something like, "Hey, I know what I did hurt you. Would you tell me how my cheating made you feel?" And then you shut up and listen. Again, you make them feel heard and understood. You don't explain, defend, attack, all that stuff. The more that they can share with you, the more that they can tell you how they feel about what you did, the better it is for your chances of getting back together with your ex. Because as they vent all those feelings, they are releasing them from their heart. And that makes room for love and intimacy. So there's a lot more to this, but I just wanted to talk about a very simple thing that most all of us confront at some point in our relationships with just about anyone. We apologize for something and it doesn't work. Well, in order for some apologies to work, for a deep apology to be effective, you need to really take care of a couple other things first. And that will give you a much better chance of having your apology be accepted. So again, the book, How to Get Your Love Back Now, goes into each strategy for each reason relationships break up in detail. So please continue reading on, continue to learn, but using emotional and relationship intelligence, you can oftentimes in a 7 to 10 minute conversation make room in your ex's heart for love and intimacy and for them wanting you back. Thank you.